We're about a minute after 7, so let's go ahead and get started. As others join in, that's great too. Let's go ahead and get started. Can everyone see the roundtable opening slide? Okay, great. Todd, you're doing your job very well. Thank you. You've got them. Okay. All right, great. With that, let's go ahead and please join me for Pledge of Allegiance. I'll be doing that from the seated position. I apologize, otherwise you're going to be staring at my midsection. But anyway, all right, with that, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. Thank you. All right. Okay. So tonight, of course, as always, we've got to start out with general announcements, and I'll flip through those. Topics happening this evening, as usual, I have 2 sessions, and Eric, if you haven't started already, feel free to go ahead and record. You probably already. Carissa and Wendy McBride will be, as usual, tag teaming for the Cub Scout session, spring recruitment, and annual program planning for Cubs. Great topic for all our Cub Scout leaders. And a number of topics at the Scouts BSA and Venturing session that I'll be leading. We have a special guest, Brendan Patrick, which I'm hoping he'll be turning up here sometime soon. He's one of the assistant senior patrol leaders for the NOLT courses this summer, and is going to join us and talk about the course for a few minutes. A couple bullets, a couple things on accessing. Things have changed in MyDOT Scouting in terms of access your trooping information. Talk about the disability, equity, inclusion merit badge, or a very short discussion on it, I might add. There's not a lot to say, but I want to keep people up to date on that. 2 main topics will be leader recruitment and succession planning and the scouting journey. A couple topics from the National Commissioner website that I wanted to share with folks this month. So let's go ahead and move on through announcements here. This one is unchanged from last month, but Service Center is closed to the public, but they do have staff on site from 10 to 5 Tuesday through Friday. Scout Shop is closed, so my recommendation is to purchasing your items at the Tacoma Scout Shop. They are now honoring Friends of Scouting benefits. You can either just go there in person or order over the phone. All right.
Hey, just real quick, Ken, is Everett, no difference with Everett, same benefits?
They're not set up to honor Friends of Scouting benefits for our council. You can certainly go there and buy things. They would probably have a similar stock of things, but the Chief Seattle Council had to set up a special arrangement with the Pacific Harbors Council, so they could back charge any of those items. Say if you go in for your troop gets all their merit badges and rank advancement because they met their FOS goals, and you go purchase that at the Tacoma shop, they'll back charge that to the Chief Seattle Council. So it's only set up for that shop only. So that's my recommended place to go. I'm saying any of those are fine if you can order online. My experience so far with the National Scout Shop online, certainly it's pretty, and they have lots of things to choose from. The return time is not very quick. It's certainly not Amazon, let's say. It may take you several weeks before your stuff shows up. So if you need something on a timely fashion, that may not be your first choice.
Okay, so. Thanks.
Yep, okay. Great. Let's see. I see Mr. Chris McNeil here. Chris, do you want to say a few words on Friends of Scouting? I know that's underway. You're out visiting lots of different units.
Yeah, in fact, I think most people here have probably already seen my face. I visited.
I've seen your face a lot, but that's
4988 on Tuesday. So I just want to, it's Friends of Scouting season, and thank you all for your support. And if I haven't yet seen you, hopefully it'll be soon. I don't know if I wanted to do a plug on camp now, summer camp now.
Got a slide on that. I've got one slide on the family camping.
Oh, okay.
Let's look at that one.
Yeah, so lots of summer, lots of camping opportunities. So now through late June, you can reserve spots at Parsons, Piggott, Edward, or Shepherd for family camp. You can reserve a campsite or a cabin in the case of Shepherd. Pretty neat opportunity. Great way to kind of get out of the house and just have a nice mini vacation at one of our facilities. You can see and go there. And then we're also gearing up for our summer camp plans. Not last night, Tuesday night, there was a for resident camp for Scouts BSA and Cub Scout resident camp. There was an informational on how summer camp was going to be with COVID, and that was streamed live on Facebook. And I know that recording is going to be getting posted up on our website as well. So you can keep your eyes on that. And we're also planning on working on our day camps right now. Registration for those should be up starting April 1st. We're going to be having 5 day camps in the council. Our closest one's going to be at Hans Jensen group camp in Issaquah starting the week of July 12th. And then there will also be sessions in Burien and Auburn are going to be the other closest ones in the summer as well. So keep an eye out for that information as it comes out.
Great, thank you. Appreciate that. It's good to know about. And did see some of the on the news out today. The state of Washington is moving into phase 3 in 22nd, Monday, the 22nd of this month, which is kind of a big step. Gets us closer to some of the things we can do outside. That includes, I think, 25% attendance at outdoor sporting events and things like that. So I haven't seen anything yet on how it might apply to us. We need to look at that. Obviously, individual units need to make their own decisions on how they want to handle that, but that's a big step. Allows us to do some types of things outdoors more than we're able to do currently. So that's great. Thanks, Chris. All right, next slide. Another one I know Chris just talked about these. There was an information center info on this last week on this, but this is a new thing. I mentioned this last month, but I wanted to, since we get different people roundtable a given month. This is something they're doing, trying out at Camp Piggott this summer. So it's this will be after the normal summer camp sessions, and they're intended for older scouts, age 15 and up. We're going to go out and go on and sort of individual adventures in a given day. Some of those might be, mountain biking, might be going out some rock climbing, maybe go to Leavenworth, do some real, climbing on real rock, or go to Wenatchee and some whitewater rafting. So it's kind of, you're based out of a given camp, but going out. Some of your older scouts, it's a great way to get some very serious adventure for your older scouts without leaving the state of Washington, or maybe even not even hardly leaving the county. So it's a nice opportunity for some very adventurous scouts looking for a new challenge this summer. All right. Let's see, our normal Order of the Arrow folks are, of course, they're having their meeting right now on a separate session. And, but the district is actually having an event, first in-person event. It's not all together. It's an event over the course of many hours between noon and 4 Saturday. So it's a week and a half from now. It's at Beaver Lake Park. There is an orienteering course that's set up there, and they'll have some Order of the Arrow members from our local chapter staffing that. So scouts would come in individual family units and kind of walk through the course on their own time, their own spacing with masks and so forth. So there's some instructions here that are on this link here. But it's a good opportunity. First class requirement 4A, which is the 1 mile orienteering course thing, is actually a fairly hard one to meet unless you're at summer camp or you have something like this set up. So if you have scouts that are anywhere up to first class, this is a great opportunity to get out there and do something again. So, and I'm really glad to see our OA folks have put a lot of effort into on this. There's a nice video on our on this link here that explains how this is set up. So, okay.
Is there any age requirement for that, Ken?
No.
Okay.
Age requirement? Do you see what the question said? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No. Any requirement. If you've got new scouts, you've got new Weeblos have just crossed over, they're 5th graders and want to go and try that out. I think they've got or someone that can help them out, whether it's a parent or someone else help learn some orienteering skills. There will be their older scouts will be there on site, kind of spread around to go through that. But it's a nice course. I believe it was actually set up as an Eagle Scout project some years ago. So there's a number of stations there you could do, kind of wander and navigate year round.
Yeah, it's like in our backyard, so.
Cool.
You know,
Yeah,
in
no,
our
it's a great spot. You don't have to like go drive an hour to get there. It's like,
Yeah.
10
It
minutes,
is a
depending
great
on where you
spot.
live.
The one comment I would offer, Ken, is for the younger scouts, if they've never seen orienteering before, I would strongly encourage them to go with their parent, just because orienteering, as simple as it is for the older scouts that are familiar with it, it can be kind of frustrating to work through a course like this if it's your first time seeing it and you're doing it on your own.
Very good advice, Alan. Yeah, that's good input. So, okay, great. Any other announcements around the table here? Anybody? Out there? Carol, yeah.
Troop 676 has a couple of announcements. We have a Pinewood Derby track that we are looking for a new home for it. Willing to take offers, but mostly we wanted to go to a good home. So if there's any PACs that are looking for such a thing at this point, it comes in a case, it's ready to travel.
Any other, does it have a timing system or a electronics or something? It goes, any other else you want to pitch it? I mean, obviously a lot of units used to use the rent my track. Folks would come just show up, and when they stopped operating a business, then some units had to go out and buy their own track. So,
right. I haven't actually cracked open the box to see. I don't remember if there was a timing apparatus.
It does not. It's a very basic track. It's aluminum. It's 2 lanes. It has a lever to release the cars, but there's no mechanical.
So it's sort of a visual call on the individual winner.
Exactly.
So yeah, okay, great. So that probably might work well for a smaller or medium-sized pack that was looking for something that they could have their own races. That's great. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for offering that.
Yes.
And that's Troop 676.
Troop 676. And one other question, we just want to kind of throw it out there as we are looking to relocate some of our troop belongings. And that is, has any other troop had experience building a storage shed building?
I will say our troop is about in the process of trying to move to a larger one. We have one that's been literally, it'll really open the door and you're at, the wall of, but we've got, it's a big troop. It's got a lot of gear, and some of which is in, mixed quality or tents of random bags of random tent parts and things over a lot of years. So yeah, I mean, I'm seeing good things like the, what's the shop that you can buy them at like, Home Depot but they make, there's just, anyway, but yeah.
Tough Shed.
Tough Shed, yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you end up getting something like that, we were looking to actually offload our current one and get one that's about twice that size.
So this is Deb Meehan from 751. I, in my tenure with the troop, we built a shed that we then outgrew, and last year we went with a 12 by 16 from Tough Shed because that's the biggest you can have in Sammamish. So it worked, it was a lot of work to coordinate with the chartered org and that type of stuff, but in the long run, it was worth it.
Okay.
Thanks, Deb.
Right.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Is that, so you basically had Tough Shed just show up. You just had a site, leveled out and say, here, put it here kind of thing. And they're
Yes, we prepped the site, and then they came and put it up in one day. And then we had to wait and have the hard part was getting the business certified electrical to take care of things, because because it was a church, it was considered a commercial entity. And so to have everything on the up and up, we had to, I went through about 10 electricians before I finally found a company that was certified as a commercial that could come out and do the work. So that's the
Interesting.
hard part.
So so that your new shed has a light inside. You walk inside, there's lights, so it lights up.
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Wow.
Do you have a ballpark cost on all of that off the top of your head?
By the time we bought the fancy iron shelving, $15K.
All right, so you guys had you wanted you went the Cadillac
Taj Mahal.
version. Yeah. Nice. I think the troops going to really appreciate having that for a lot of years to come. So that's nice. Yeah, I expect we were actually about ready to start getting a new one for our troop about this time last year, and we all sort of locked that down, just put it on pause. So we'll be looking to do that.
Yeah, we got everything done just before everything shut down.
Yeah, your timing was exceptionally good. So that's great. Thanks for the discussion.
Carla, we take the opposite approach. We just try and get rid of stuff we're not using.
I assume Jonathan's in your garage somewhere. Just take it.
No, we have a shed at the church that the church allowed us to use. There's no room to have a larger one.
Right.
And so every quartermaster gets the opportunity to run a project of inventory and what do we need to replace, what can we get rid of, and build shelves and organize. So it gives the scouts some good leadership experience, but
Nice.
we have no room to build Deb's Taj Mahal.
Anymore, yeah.
Actually, a healthy behavior to clean out and not let it clutter.
Very cathartic, yes.
No, I just keep making bigger sheds.
Keep building. Yeah, next year I'll talk to Deb. Well, I've got a 32 by 40 foot shed.
Our shed's
Keep
bigger
all
than the church.
canoes. We keep 2 vans in there. We've got the whole.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's see.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Hey, great. Thanks, Carla. Good discussion tonight. Any other topics for the whole group? All right, as you can see.
Hey, Ken, just real quick. Just want to give a shout out to our local OA chapter, LTI, for, of course, hosting that orienteering workshop here on the 20th, but also they're working on getting an in-person camporee together for us this year, which would be awesome.
Hopefully in May sometime?
That's planned for May 22nd and 23rd. Yep. They're looking at doing, there won't be any overnights. It'll be day events only. They're planning on handling about 60 people each day, Saturday and Sunday. And they'll have, of course, COVID protocols in place to try to limit group sizes and things like that. But they're, I'm sure, knee deep into the planning activities tonight, trying to figure out how they're going to execute on that. But real exciting that we're actually going to have some in-person events this spring.
That is great. That is very good. That is very good news. Okay, great. So next Roundtable meeting will be first or second Thursday in April. I will not be there, but I know Eric Granning will be, I believe, hosting for us. We've got I think we're going to have a duck box. Will be one of the presenters, and maybe another one as well. But there's kind of a fun project from one of our local troops. That'll be fun to hear about. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and have us split off into breakout sessions. Eric, do you need any other announcements or guidance on moving people to the appropriate breakout session?